he could have a lot to say, maybe not. But until we interview him, we're obligated to interview him. Until that happens, we don't know.
Yeah, and as that teen recovers from her injuries, police say they're working with the school district to make sure that all future events are as safe as possible. Police really think someone will recognize the guy in that video because look how many people were at the football game. If you have any information, call Tampa Police at 813-231-6130. Live in Tampa, Eric Waxler, ABC Action News.
Thank you, Eric. We are now hearing from the parents of two middle school girls arrested in the Polk County cyberbullying suicide case. They spoke exclusively to ABC News about this whole ordeal. The parents of the 14-year-old accused of being the bully ringleader, they're saying this is a nightmare situation, and they are defending their daughter, saying before now they never once heard that she was involved in any kind of bullying and that she could not have forced 12-year-old Rebecca Sedgwick over the edge. But the father of the other alleged bully tells ABC News he wishes he could have done more.
You would check her Facebook?
Yeah, I would check her Facebook every time that she would get on it.
Well, every night she will get on it.
Yeah.
So you checked her Facebook every night?
Yeah.
I feel horrible about the whole situation. It's my fault maybe that I don't know more about that kind of stuff. I wish I did.
One girl's parents even said her daughter's Facebook page was hacked and she was not responsible. Sedgwick jumped to her death at a cement plant near her home in Lakeland last month after investigators say she was relentlessly bullied online. Well, this story has been raising a lot of questions about how to talk to your kids about bullying and their use of social media. And we are taking action to get those answers for you. We'll have them coming up tonight at 6.
We're taking action to bring you complete coverage of the fallout from this controversial story. The school that Rebecca and the two suspects attended is now taking new steps to protect other children from this same fate. Our Ryan Raish is live tonight in Lakeland with more on the details. Ryan.
Yeah, Jameson, the school and the parents are well aware that they are now in the spotlight. With the loss of Rebecca and then the two arrests in this bullying case are forcing everyone to step back and take a close, hard look at the problem before it happens again.
Something tragic like this to happen, it definitely is an eye-opener.
With the nation's eyes now locked on Crystal Lake Middle School and the loss of 12-year-old Rebecca Sedgwick, parents say the effects of bullying may finally get the attention it needs.
I wouldn't want my 11-year-old to take his life over some kids that are bullying. They need to take some action.
On Tuesday, Sheriff Grady Judd took action, arresting two kids ages 12 and 14 for aggravated stalking, accused of tormenting Rebecca for more than a year, starting when they all attended Crystal Lake Middle School. Ever since Rebecca jumped to her death, Assistant Superintendent Nancy Woolcock says they've noticed some progress.
We have seen an increase in the reporting of bullying. Parents seem to be paying attention now.
But there's still a lot of work to go. The district recently sent home flyers on bullying directed to kids and parents. They also worked on presentations for PTA meetings.
I still believe that some of our students don't understand the whole cyberbullying piece of that. Other people can see it, the impact of it, because it's real easy to be able to do something on a device than to do something to a person face-to-face.
The district is also pushing the website where families can report bullying right from home. Mother Charlotte Spites feels the national conversation that's happening now may actually do some good.
I believe it takes a village to raise a child, you know? Yeah. We just need to come together and do the best we can to raise our children.
One of the suspects remains in custody. The other is on house arrest. If the courts let them return to school, it's unclear if the school will allow them. By the way, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, they're going to hold a parent meeting that's going to focus on bullying and cyberbullying. Live in Lakeland, Ryan Raish, ABC Action News.
All right, thank you, Ryan. And we're taking action against bullying. We've posted a list of resources for you and your kids. It has everything from how to address it and where to turn for help. You'll find it at abcactionnews.com/links.
Now, certified the most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
Good afternoon, everyone. A lot of sunshine across the area this afternoon. This morning, we started off with some foggy areas, but that fog has certainly burned off. And looking out over the skyline, beautiful, sunny. Temperatures have warmed right back in the mid to upper 80s. However, there are still some showers just off to our northeast, and they have stayed there really for the past couple of days. Now, looking at our Futurecast model for the next few hours, They continue to pop up the chance of maybe a shower over on the East Coast, but the longer range forecast brings a front into the Panhandle by this weekend. How that affects our weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dennis. We are seeing a new ray of hope tonight surrounding the government shutdown. The Senate approving a plan today that would reopen the government and push back the debt ceiling deadline. Our Chris Trankman is taking action tonight to find out what could happen if the House does not approve this deal. Chris?
Not a huge breakthrough, but the reality is still it's just talk. Both sides need to get this agreement finalized. Otherwise, we may all be feeling the financial impact.
The deal on Capitol Hill was struck in the Senate, with leaders from both parties announcing an end to the stalemate that has crippled Washington since October 1st.
The compromise we reached will provide our economy with the stability it desperately needs.
This is far less than many of us had hoped for, frankly, but it's far better than what some had sought.
The proposed agreement would reopen the government until January 15th, push the debt ceiling deadline to February 7th, and leave President Obama's health care law untouched.
Amongst Senate Democrats and Republicans is a recognition that there are ways for us to do this that doesn't damage the economy.
Unresolved, however, is a long-term plan for the budget and dealing with the nation's debt.
They're going to kick the can down the road right now until January, February.
Former Republican Congressman Dan Miller, who was in office during the last major shutdown in the 1990s, says the concern now is that we're heading for another impasse between the two parties that could deal a major blow to the economy.
The wake-up call will be a major drop in the stock market. And when that happens, they say, wait a minute, we've got to do something. I mean, that's affecting everybody's pension plans and retirement programs. And it's not just the wealthy people impacted by the stock markets.
Now, just minutes ago, House Speaker John Boehner urged his party members to support the Senate deal, saying Republicans fought the good fight, but they just didn't win. A conservative leader said they would not block a vote, so the agreement could be finalized in time to beat the midnight Thursday debt ceiling deadline. Linda?
Thank you, Chris. And you can get instant updates on the debt ceiling from our free mobile app. We will alert you as soon as a deal is reached. And you can also check out our interactive wallet, which shows you how this could impact your money.
Well, we say it often here at ABC Action News, and tonight even more so as we're taking action against domestic violence. This evening, we have a special presentation airing right here at 7 p.m. This year's Domestic Violence Special puts the focus on kids growing up in homes with domestic violence, and in particular, teens and their dating relationships. Right now, domestic violence advocates are in our studio and standing by to take your questions about teen dating abuse. Community Affairs Director Lisette Campos joins us live from our phone bank. And Lisette, you, me, Wendy Ryan, and Dia Riley have a lot of compelling stories to share in tonight's special that's crucial for parents and teens to see.
Absolutely, and it's something that a lot of folks are not talking about. When they do think of domestic violence, they think of adults. But the teen dating scene is a scary one. The statistics show 1 in 3 teenagers report being in an unhealthy relationship. Take a look on our phone banks. We've got the amazing advocates from CASA, The Spring, Peace River Center, also Heartland for Children. All of them are here standing by to take your calls. The phone bank tonight is open from 5 to 6 p.m. to take your calls on teen dating abuse and how to identify an unhealthy relationship. The number to call is 1-888-209-8881. Again, the number to call is 1-888-209-8881. We are hoping these phones will ring. There is no bad question, and I'm sure that Mindy will agree with me. The subject of prevention, primary prevention, is one that you talk about a lot. Mindy Murphy is with the Spring of Tampa Bay.
Hi, yes, and what you all are doing tonight and shining a light on teen dating violence is so important to our community. The reality is we know it happens in alarming rates, just as you mentioned earlier, Lizette, and the fact that you're raising awareness and letting teens know resources is critical to stopping domestic violence, because ideally, if we can retrain our society and reach children when they're young, we won't have domestic violence when folks are older.
Thank you so much. It's an important conversation. We will continue throughout the next hour. Again, folks, we want you to call. These advocates are here from across the Tampa Bay area. There is no bad question. They are standing by to take your call. The number is 1-888-209-8881. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Lisette. Still to come, a second mass evacuation in the Bay Area in as many days. The threat that forced people out of 8 homes and forced a railroad to be shut down.
After several animals died accidentally euthanized, Hillsborough County is changing policy. All new at 5:30, I'm Allison Morrow, and I'll tell you why this simple yellow collar is a big part of the plan.
Next up with Pamela Anderson and Jimmy Buffett.
Tomorrow at 4.
If you used antidepressants during your pregnancy and gave birth to a child with birth defects, call us or visit forthepeople.com. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
When you're looking for a dealership you can trust, the choice is clear. Clearwater Toyota. Stop in and see how easy it is to buy a new Toyota with true price. No hassle, no haggling, just a great price on hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles on the lot. Many under $10,000. Plus our state-of-the-art service center with hours to fit your needs to get you back on the road in no time. Clearwater Toyota, a Sonic Automotive dealership on US 19 in Clearwater and always online at clearwatertoyota.com.
Here's the deal. You can always save at Publix. Come on, I'll give you the tour. So you're shopping and, oh, hi, BOGO. Buy one, get one, bingo. BOGO, BOGO, BOGO. All you planners, start with our weekly ad. The best deals right here. Hundreds more throughout the store. Plus, we're really coupon friendly. So bring them on in. You can always plan on saving. In the same place you love to shop.
Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Some people don't like to share their Wi-Fi, but at Bright House Networks, we do. Visit brighthouse.com/free Wi-Fi and sign up to use over 20,000 Bright House Wi-Fi hotspots free for 30 days. Bright House Networks. Hello, free Wi-Fi.
At CAC Florida Medical Centers, we specialize in Jose. We specialize in Alicia and Edith and Jean-Claude. CAC Florida Medical Centers practices patient-centered medicine with a care team of professionals working together to provide coordinated, individualized care.
I'm not just a patient, I'm family.
CAC Florida Medical Centers. Our focus is quality medical care because we specialize in you.
On my right is the new Dodge Durango with up to 360 horsepower. On my left is one horse with 1 horsepower. It makes you feel pretty dumb, doesn't it? This thing is literally 360 times more powerful than you. Staring contest, go. I win.
Right now, domestic violence advocates are taking your calls and questions about teen dating abuse. You can call 1-888-209-8881. Now, you can also post your questions online at abcactionnews.com/DV. This is just ahead of our domestic violence special presentation airing tonight at 7.
All new at 5, Hillsborough deputies say they have 1 of 2 armed carjacking suspects cornered in a Plant City backyard. You're looking live at the scene right now as Action Air 1 is overhead. And our Jacqueline Iglesias joins us live from the ground now with the latest. Jacqueline?
I'm here off Bruton Road, and right now what we heard from deputies is that they have this man actually cornered near a swamp. Now, clearly these suspects did not make it far. Right here behind me is the car they're accused of stealing and then crashing here into this ditch. Now, detectives say that these 2 armed men carjacked a teenager at around 5 this morning at a Tampa gas station. Now, the man told us he was vacuuming out his mother's car when 2 guys walked up, showed him guns, and then took his keys. A detective here in Plant City noticed the brown Honda around noon today and thought the driver and passenger were acting suspicious, so he tried to pull them over. When he did that, the driver sped off and then crashed here into this ditch. Now, as I speak, the victim in all of this is out here watching this manhunt and spoke to us about this incident.
They were calm, but then, they started raising their voice at me, asking me, to step away from the car and let them take the cars.